Chapter 12. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jode's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Lynn, what are you doing?
Beating him up.
I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house. That they sensed my presence and were already gone.
But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. Wow.
I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for.
No, it's not.
It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow.
The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much.
It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. Then there are those other twists too. Like the kidnappers winding up in and using Camilla's old house as their hideout.
There's no way it could be just coincidence.
Yeah, that's not coincidence at all, I think.
No.
And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. Yeah, I'm still a little bit dubious about that part.
Yeah. I just don't understand any of it.
I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back.
Who cares about distance at a time like this? Oh, this is good music.
Yeah, it really is, actually. Holy shit. I think this is the Justice Minister's music?
I think so. I don't want it. Huh. Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped.
Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist.
Please. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and...
I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer.
She won't?
It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing?
But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal?
It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter?
Who the hell is this?
Oh my god, is this Cabanella?
I think it is.
Woo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Yes! Miss me, baby.
Inspector Cabanella?
Yeah.
God, that walk.
Yeah. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister.
God damn, this guy.
I love this guy. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. I thought you might like to see him, so here he is. I love Cabanella.
How are they?
I guess those are guards?
What the fuck? Yes, I just captured the escaped criminal. And so instead of taking him to prison, I brought him to your office, Minister. And the only gods are British.
Why the fuck is their spears the same thing as their helmets?
I don't know. Saves time on art?
I guess.
Oh my god. The gods are the weirdest thing here.
Oh yeah, this is certainly some kind of weird European country, isn't it?
I don't even want to know anymore. Oh my god.
Okay.
Detective Chowd! So sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. Just can't prove it. So sorry.
Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, a beautiful love between a teacher and a student. It brings a tear to my eye. Oh, okay.
What were we supposed to do? You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella? That the execution was tonight.
I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you.
And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Chowd could never have done such a thing.
Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing.
Huh?
I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given a death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else could I do to put him in, baby?
If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I think Cabanella is really actually a good guy. I think he's trying to play something here.
He definitely is. There's no reason to have brought him here.
Oh yeah. Whatever do you mean, young lady?
He escaped from prison, right? Why didn't you just take him back to the prison?
Indeed, like why didn't he?
Well, power's back on and stuff. I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector?
Oh! Oh! Oh, that's good. That's actually real good.
For your own selfish reasons? So, were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Are you a Von Karma?
Ah!
Seriously.
He's far too chipper to be a Funkama.
Hey, there can be a black sheep in a family.
I guess, but like he seems like the disco type, you know?
He's Uncle Von Karma. The disco version. Is that more important to you than saving a friend?
Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn.
But, Detective Chowd!
I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be.
But... What the hell do we do?
I need to get the wife to call, I think. Like the Justice Minister's wife, potentially. Can I... Oh, I can reach the spear.
Oh, you can reach Chowd.
Yeah, but I can't get through him. I can talk to him.
No, but you can talk.
Yeah. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. Here's something happened. Something about a kidnapping. Kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's the demand? They're carrying out a new execution. Tonight. I had no idea. I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple.
It's not that simple.
Oh, hey, Lynn.
I mean, from the logic we've seen so far, this makes sense. Because we were talking directly to Lynn, But I think just everyone around that can hear ghosts can just hear the talking.
Oh, this is gonna be so confusing for the Justice Minister, isn't it?
Because, yeah, he has to be able to hear this too. He's just ignoring it.
Yeah. Why not?
Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla.
What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be! And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. He said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her! I'm the one who shot Alma! And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. I get where he's coming from, though. He's trying to be a very protective father, obviously.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't want his daughter to live with that, mental guilt.
I mean, she's going to be living with that guilt no matter what.
Oh, yeah. But, I get what he's trying to do here.
It's failing. Because
I
she still feels
understand.
guilty. His death is going to make her feel worse.
But it's more like society wouldn't, feel she's the reason for it. That's kind of, I think, what he's trying to do here.
I mean, just blame some blue people.
Yeah. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a cable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things, and yeah, he kind of does in this instance.
He's very emotional.
I guess he was a detective than he was a father, or something. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering.
Yeah.
The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. That's also a good point, actually, Cecil.
Yeah?
I guess Cecil has some emotions for being a ghost.
He's like Casper. Is it true? Camilla said?
Why don't you tell us what you know? Oh.
The murder 5 years ago.
To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first.
This is such a fucking stupid setup.
Oh, it really is. Why is there a gun in that frame?
And why was all this shit set up in that way?
What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her.
Oh man, that's so horrible.
Camilla told me about it. She was crying. They said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Was a ghost involved?
Oh my god, seriously?
It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. That's no other explanation. That's what I convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day in that room. Powers that I didn't understand would work. So do you actually think a ghost did it?
But why? What are the ghosts gain?
I'm curious about.
Revenge?
If that's the case, it could be. It clears up all of the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. The guy in the park, or whoever Joe shot in the park.
Did he do it that day though?
I don't know.
Because remember, a ghost can only exist for like a day.
Years ago, not 5 years ago. That was 10 years ago, not 5 years ago.
And the ghost only lasts a day. If that.
So unless the ghost remains somehow, it would not be able to be that ghost. Yeah.
I mean, judging from what the rules Ray told us about, once the sun comes up, we're gone no matter what. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know.
The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was.
Detective Jowd!
There's still time before
Leave the box
dawn.
alone.
A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption.
The first was, of course, the firing of that gun.
Yeah, why do you have a gun there? Right, that was an antique gun I have had on display for years. Okay, fair enough. But if it's an antique, why is it loaded?
Because I need it just in case somebody breaks into my house. And I want to shoot him with an antique. It sounds hilarious.
I guess that could work. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design.
Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be for a surprise. For her mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that cupid. Ah. The cupid movement was probably the ghost then.
Cupid?
Oh, that's you, my bad.
I said it. Cupid.
It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design, and they manipulated it.
I don't know what to say. That was definitely a ghost then if it turned.
Yeah, they didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. Adjustment?
What kind of adjustment?
The gun, of course. The gun, eh? Come to think of it. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. Didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. But one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
But that gun really did shoot Alma.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
You hid it?
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
What? You mean?
And that detective still thinks it's a music box.
So that's what was in the box, huh?
I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the pistol. I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. Hey, I guess that makes sense.
I gave a different murder weapon to give to the pistol. The pistol killed
sorry.
her on her own.
Sorry. And I did a few other things to make this look good. I won't go into details. Oh, did you shoot the body several times?
Probably.
When I was all done, I turned myself in.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we went to him.
Yeah.
Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true?
Yes, of course.
Why are we suddenly talking out here in the open?
In that
Camilla must
case,
be so confused.
there's still time.
Still time.
Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. Go. It's Tisk. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd. And of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. No, you just took forever to go forward. I don't know why. The cat was just laying around. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. No, if it's a ghost, it's gone. For Camilla's sake.
That sounds wonderful.
What the fuck is happening? Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Lynn, where's that music box now?
In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there.
That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up.
Wait, what the fuck is happening here? Is the inspector's gotta be like, hey, baby, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like, oh, what's going on?
Yes, sir. I'll go right now.
Did anything gonna happen?
I have no idea.
Take care of Detective Jowd.
Who the hell is Sissel?
Oh, and do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side.
And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say.
What the hell? Hey, baby, what the fuck?
What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row, mate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you are now custody. Don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you. With a special seat just for you, baby. And I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one. That's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. It brings the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency.
What the hell is the government?
I think this might be like some kind of. I think it's obviously democracy, but I think it's a monarchy. Like, as in it's set up with like a royal institution. Because these guards look way too, decked out in like royal attire, that kind of stuff.
Okay, look, be honest with me. Detective Jowd could kick the ass of those two guards with ease and probably take down his old friend with ease at this point.
Oh, obviously, but I don't think they are gonna do that.
Oh, I'm just saying he could.
Please, don't bow down to me. And especially not Sadlo. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison man to pick him up? Would you be so kind?
The fuck?
Yes, sir. He just has a chair with him.
What, you don't carry a chair with you at all times?
Oh, I love Campanella. The man should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row, mate?
This'll will. So, we need to go to the dude's house then.
Yeah. I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now. But I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Flynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it would be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I gotta do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should go to ask some advice from the cable detective here. But we've already done that, I think.
I mean, you may as well connect to him. Maybe something changed?
So I need to go like this again. Most likely the minister won't stop the execution. But as long as there are any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But he isn't the one, I'm sure of it. But it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right. But telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, detective. For those past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. Need to get in this justice ministers to stop the execution. It's his wife and daughter, but is there a way? I think I have an idea. Did we try to talk with the justice minister?
I mean, we kind of have to, but may as well.
Excuse me, Mr. Minister? La 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 la! You sure you heard everything we've been saying? Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there's somebody else whom I trust even less. Oh yeah? Who's that? Me! I can't explain your existence. It's not normal. But I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination. A delusion. Would you listen to a delusion? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. Got the bit about you not trusting me though. Good. Okay, yeah, he's not gonna talk. But let's go. Let's see, that would be
Lady Red.
Lady's... Yeah, Lady Red's apartment. Let's see if anything has happened here then.
Is there still a wall? Alright, she is still in bed.
Yep, just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jiao's heart. A chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way. I bet this mistaken written abduction does too. Huh. Wait, what's that? Wait, what?
Huh? Yeah, interesting.
That was a chapter?
Yeah. I guess
okay,
we'll
then.
see you next chapter.
Yeah, I guess so. Bye-bye.